We are not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
Right. Well, Kim Porter, that is Diddy's ex, who's also the mother of his 3 of his children.
Right.
Has detailed the alleged abuse that she suffered at his hands.
Oh, no.
And this is all in a memoir.
We need to talk about the scandal that's rocking the world of Sean Diddy Combs. But this time, the spotlight isn't just on him, it's on his mother, Janice Combs. Yes, you heard that right. The woman who was once celebrated as the backbone of Diddy's success is now being painted as the architect of something far darker. Allegations are swirling that Janice played a central role in orchestrating Diddy's infamous secret parties, and whispers suggest her influence extended beyond the glitz and glamour, deep into the shadowy world of financial schemes, manipulation, and, shockingly, even crime. But that's not all. The most gut-wrenching revelation? Some are speculating that her alleged thirst for control might have been the catalyst behind the tragic loss of Kim Porter, Diddy's ex and the mother of 3 of his children.
I suppose it could be coincidence. I don't think it's coincidence, and especially given the nature of the case.
Yes.
Because when you look at who is examining these various witnesses, especially female alleged victims, of which there will be 4.
For years, Janice Combs was seen as the ultimate loyal mom, always at her son's side, cheering him on from the front row of award shows and standing fiercely by him during his legal troubles. But now, what was once seen as unwavering support is being reframed as something far more sinister. Could it be that Janice was not just a supportive mother, but a calculating force, meticulously pulling strings behind the scenes to protect her son's empire at any cost? We've all heard about Diddy's freak-off parties, those wild, exclusive gatherings that became the stuff of legend in the industry. But according to insider claims, it wasn't Diddy alone masterminding these events. Allegedly, Janice played a direct role in organizing them, ensuring everything ran smoothly while the chaos unfolded behind closed doors. If true, this would flip the narrative of Janice as a protective matriarch into something much darker. The enabler of a hedonistic empire.
U.S. attorney, what you want you want the best attorneys you can have in there, and it really, I know you want to, like we said, appearances matter, but you want to win this case, and you need, like you said, it's harder for them.
But the drama doesn't stop there. Let's talk about Kim Porter, the woman who shared a long, complicated history with Diddy. As we all remember, Kim tragically passed away in 2018, with her cause of passing officially listed as pneumonia. But now, years later, questions are being raised about what really happened. Was Kim's passing truly natural, or was it something far more sinister? Here's where things get chilling. Multiple sources claim that Kim was on the verge of exposing secrets that could have shattered Diddy's career, and, by extension, his mother's carefully curated image. That's where the tension between Kim and Janice reportedly comes into play. Their relationship was anything but warm. Behind the smiles and family photos, there was allegedly a deep undercurrent of mistrust and hostility. Kim, insiders say, had grown tired of the way Janice operated and was preparing to speak out, and then, just like that, she was gone.
You know what I'm saying? Just with this Cassie thing, I didn't know her, but I knew somebody like her, and that was Kim Porter. I didn't know Cassie, but I knew somebody who was going through the same thing she was going through, and that was Kim Porter.
Could it be that Janice viewed Kim as a threat to everything she had worked so hard to protect? This is where the lines between rumor and reality blur, leaving us with more questions than answers. According to whispers in the industry, Kim may have been holding on to evidence, potentially tapes, documents, or even a tell-all memoir that could have exposed Diddy's darkest secrets. If true, this would have been devastating for Janice, who, by all accounts, had dedicated her life to keeping her son's reputation intact. And if Kim's passing wasn't a tragic accident, could it have been a strategic move to silence her forever? We're not saying it's true, but the timing of it all is undeniably eerie. And now, the FBI is stepping in. Reports suggest that federal investigators are zeroing in on Janice as a key figure in Diddy's ongoing legal troubles. It's no longer just about her son's alleged crimes, it's about her role in them. Financial records are being scrutinized, witness testimonies are piling up, and the walls seem to be closing in. Could Janice's long-standing reputation as a proud, loving mother be nothing more than a carefully constructed facade? The allegations against her paint a picture of a woman who would spare no effort, no resource to ensure her family's dominance in the entertainment world.
Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff.
Take, for instance, the claims of her involvement in the Bad Boy Entertainment controversy. In one of the more shocking accusations, former Bad Boy co-founder Kirk Burrows alleges that he was violently coerced into signing away his share of the label, which was then transferred to Janice. While she wasn't physically present during the alleged confrontation, Burrows insists that she was the mastermind behind the scheme, orchestrating everything behind the scenes. This isn't just a minor accusation, it's a claim of fraud, manipulation, and betrayal that cuts to the core of the Combs family empire. But perhaps the most damning revelations are tied to Diddy's infamous gatherings, the so-called freak-offs. These weren't just parties, they were reportedly elaborate, secretive events where anything and everything could happen. And according to recent witness testimonies, Janice may have been directly involved in facilitating these events. Imagine this, a mother not only condoning, but allegedly enabling a lifestyle that would shock even the most jaded Hollywood insiders. Witnesses describe a world where the lines of morality and legality were blurred, all under the guise of maintaining the Combs family's power and influence. If true, it's the ultimate betrayal of what we expect from a mother's role.
But she was only on the stand for about 30 minutes, and the big takeaway is this story that she tells regarding the email she got from her daughter in December of 2011. This is where Cassie Ventura writes her mother and another person explaining or expressing that Sean Puffy Combs, she said, threatened to put out explicit videos of her. Again, this is around the holiday time, and also saying that he would do something to the person that she was.
And let's not forget the tapes, yes, the tapes. Whispers of hidden recordings allegedly kept by Kim Porter have emerged, with some claiming they contain damning evidence of what really went on during those infamous parties. A recent grand jury witness testified that he had seen some of these tapes and described them as shocking beyond belief. The footage reportedly shows major celebrities in compromising situations, with some under the influence of substances and others allegedly victimized. Could these tapes be the smoking gun that blows this entire case wide open? And if they exist, what role did Janice play in ensuring the secrecy, or worse, in creating the situations they captured?
It is a big part of the case in reference to this notion that she was forced into it. And remember, the criminal enterprise and the racketeering, according to that indictment, is about him using force and threats and arson and all of these things, they said, for his desires. So that's why I think a lot of what we're hearing are these details.
As the FBI investigation intensifies, one thing is clear. The narrative surrounding Janice Combs is changing rapidly. No longer is she just the proud mother of a hip-hop icon. She's now a central figure in a web of allegations that could redefine how we see her and her son's legacy. Financial records are reportedly being combed through with a fine-tooth comb, and more witnesses are expected to come forward. The question now isn't just if Janice will face consequences, but when. And yet, despite the mounting evidence, one can't help but wonder, how far was Janice willing to go to protect her son? Was this all an act of misguided love, or something far more calculated? The tension is palpable as we wait for the next twist in this already jaw-dropping saga. Could an arrest be imminent? Could more secrets be uncovered? And now, the whispers surrounding Kim Porter's untimely passing have grown louder, darker, and harder to ignore. The official cause? Pneumonia. May seem straightforward on the surface, but when we dig deeper, the circumstances are riddled with inconsistencies. How does a seemingly healthy woman, a mother of 4, suddenly fall so gravely ill without warning? And why, just weeks before her passing, were there rumors that Kim was preparing to expose explosive secrets about Diddy and his empire? Some claim she had in her possession a collection of damning evidence, allegedly documents, recordings, even video files, that could have brought the entire Combs dynasty crashing down. If that's true, then Kim's departure wasn't just tragic, it was suspiciously convenient for those who stood to lose everything.
Because Kim had took the cork, you know where you open up wine? The corkscrew. She took the corkscrew and caught him on his wrist defending himself. And he almost, I know he tore some ligaments, but he almost hit an artery or came close to the artery or either scratched it or cut it a little bit because he just kept bleeding.
What's even more chilling is the theory that Kim knew her time was running out. Friends have reportedly come forward claiming she confided in them about feeling unsafe and pressured. Text messages that allegedly surfaced suggest Kim believed she was being watched, and one of her last cryptic messages read, "They won't let me speak." What did she mean by that? And who are they? While there's no official evidence tying Janice Combs to these accusations, the timing of Kim's passing is unsettling at best, especially when we consider the volatile relationship she reportedly had with Diddy's mother. Stories have circulated that Janice viewed Kim as a threat, both to her son's public image and to the tightly controlled narrative of the Combs family empire. Insiders have described Janice as a woman fiercely protective of Sean's legacy, someone who would stop at nothing to shield him from scandal. If Kim really was preparing to reveal secrets that could have tarnished that legacy, could Janice have seen her as an obstacle that needed to be removed? These are the questions fueling the growing conspiracy theories, and the answers, if they exist, could change everything we think we know about this family.
In her civil lawsuit, Cassie said that she was the victim of abuse, assault, and at the hands of Diddy.
The dynamics between Janice and Kim were reportedly fraught with tension, but what many don't realize is that Janice's alleged reach extended far beyond family drama. She has been described as someone who operated like a shadow executive, weaving her influence into every corner of Diddy's empire, from Bad Boy Records to his personal life. Several former employees of Bad Boy have even claimed that Janice directly interfered in business negotiations, ensuring that anyone who didn't align with her son's vision was swiftly removed. It's been rumored that she played a role in blacklisting certain artists and executives who dared to challenge Diddy or the Combs family's narrative. Could Kim, who was reportedly growing more outspoken about the dysfunction she witnessed, have been another name on Janice's list of problems to eliminate? What makes this situation even more twisted is the alleged pressure Kim Porter faced in the months leading up to her passing. Close friends of Kim have claimed she spoke of being trapped in a toxic cycle, unable to fully break free from Diddy's influence. Despite their on-again, off-again relationship, Kim remained a central figure in Diddy's life, not just as the mother of his children, but also as someone who reportedly knew too much about his personal and professional dealings. Some insiders have suggested that Kim was privy to financial secrets, including alleged offshore accounts and hidden deals, which could have compromised Diddy's empire if they were ever exposed. Was this knowledge what ultimately made her a target? The timing of her passing, coinciding with mounting legal issues for Diddy, continues to raise questions about whether her silence was coerced or worse, permanently enforced.
Even the judge has made mention of not wanting this to be a case sort of built on gossip, but really making sure that these jurors are hearing the meat and potatoes of what we're here for, and that's the criminal enterprise, racketeering, trafficking, and making sure that we're hearing information that somehow lead to all of those things.
Meanwhile, the legal troubles surrounding Bad Boy Records have brought Janice's name into the spotlight once again. Former employees and collaborators have painted her as a behind-the-scenes power player, someone who allegedly orchestrated deals and silenced dissent with an iron fist. Kirk Barrows, once Diddy's right-hand man at Bad Boy, has accused Janice of being deeply involved in the scheme that forced him out of the company. He claims she wasn't just a passive bystander, she was the mastermind, working with her son to consolidate control and ensure that no one else could share in the rewards of their empire. If true, this paints a picture of a woman who wasn't just a supportive mother, but a calculated operator, willing to play dirty to secure her family's dominance.
This is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal government.
Adding to the intrigue are the claims from a former Bad Boy insider who alleges that Janice wasn't just a behind-the-scenes figure, she was actively involved in enforcing loyalty. According to the source, Janice had a reputation for ensuring that anyone who worked with Diddy knew their place and followed her unwritten rules. This included allegedly threatening those who tried to expose internal scandals or demand their fair share of profits. One particularly shocking claim suggests that Janice coordinated payments to silence former employees and collaborators, ensuring that damaging information never saw the light of day. If these allegations are true, it paints a picture of a woman with immense power, someone who didn't just protect her son's empire, but controlled it with an iron grip. Let's not forget the allegations surrounding Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. While most of the attention has been focused on Diddy himself, new reports suggest that Janice may have played a disturbing role in these events. Witnesses have claimed that she was involved in organizing and managing the logistics of these secretive gatherings, ensuring they remained hidden from public view. Could it be that Janice was complicit in the very activities now being scrutinized by federal investigators? If these allegations hold any weight, it would mean that her involvement goes far beyond mere complicity. It would make her an active participant in the shadowy dealings that have defined Diddy's most controversial moments.
Hey, real quickly, all that commissary stuff, he's not getting any of that because people in the shoe have an abbreviated list. So he's out of luck. No stake for him. Yeah, he is on watch. This guy thought he would have went home. All of a sudden, he didn't get bond. Remember, the first night that he was there.
The deeper we look, the more Janice's alleged involvement in Diddy's infamous parties comes into question. While the public has focused on the hedonistic excess of these events, new allegations suggest that they served a dual purpose. According to sources, these gatherings weren't just about indulgence. They were allegedly used as a way to forge powerful alliances and keep potential threats in check. Guests reportedly included high-profile industry figures, some of whom now claim they were manipulated into compromising situations. Was Janice aware of this darker side? Or worse, did she actively facilitate these interactions to maintain control over those who attended? The idea of a mother playing a role in such activities is almost too shocking to process, but the allegations continue to pile up. And speaking of investigators, the FBI appears to be tightening its grip on this case. Reports suggest that Janice is now a key figure of interest, with authorities scrutinizing her financial records, communications, and alleged connections to the events under investigation. The walls are closing in, and it's becoming increasingly likely that Janice could face charges of her own. If that happens, what will it mean for Diddy's ongoing legal battles? Could Janice's potential arrest unravel decades of secrets, exposing not only the truth about Kim Porter's passing, but also the hidden scandals that have haunted the Combs family for years?
A U.S. judge has ruled that the rapper and producer Sean Diddy Combs will stand trial on federal trafficking and racketeering charges in May. He'll be held in prison until then. Sean Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges that he used his business empire to transport women and male workers across state lines to take part in recorded performances. If convicted, he could face a life sentence.
As we piece together this tangled web of allegations, one question looms larger than the rest. How far was Janice willing to go to protect her son and the empire she helped him build? Was she simply a devoted mother caught in the crossfire, or was she the puppet master pulling the strings all along? The possibility of Janice testifying against her own son to save herself is already being whispered about in insider circles. If she does, it would send shockwaves through the entertainment world, potentially exposing not just the Combs family's secrets, but also the darker side of Hollywood's elite. So what happens next? Will Janice finally break her silence, or will she go down fighting to protect the empire she helped create? Could there be other players in this sordid drama waiting to be exposed? And most importantly, will we ever truly know what happened to Kim Porter and the secrets she may have taken to her grave? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and remember, there's always more to the story.